about everything.
To the Hulu and Disney Plus bundle.
This is why we're perfect together.
Hang on. Epic adventures on Disney Plus.
You ready for an adventure? This is just the beginning.
And stories you'll love on Hulu.
What did you say? It's dazzling. Love it.
Hulu and Disney Plus. Better together in 2023.
So brilliant! Spot on.
All of these and more. You ready for an adventure?
2023 on Disney Plus. It's going to be quite a year. New stories.
This is just the beginning.
Definitely. New faces.
Peter Pan?
Were you expecting someone else?
And some familiar ones too.
Hang on.
Like this handsome fellow.
A little over the top, don't you think?
There's only one place that's home to all of this and so much more. Disney Plus.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Charlie. Marvel released a bunch of new trailer scenes from Loki Season 2, The Secret Invasion, Nick Fury series, even The Mandalorian Season 3. I'll start with the new Loki Season 2 footage just because of the big connection to Kang the Conqueror. Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania is coming out right now. Everything is building towards Avengers 5 Kang Dynasty. But The Mandalorian Season 3 and The Secret Invasion episodes will both come before Loki Season 2 episodes. Of course, I will do videos for everything. It's going to be awesome. Be sure to subscribe to get all of them. Because Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania is also coming out, we're doing an IMAX ticket giveaway for that. All you have to do to enter is be a subscriber and post all your predictions for Kang in Loki Season 2 in the comments. And we're going to get a bunch of new Marvel Super Bowl trailers too. Of course, I'll do videos for those as well, but they'll be a little bit different. Like, there's not going to be a Loki Season 2 trailer. There'll be like Marvel's, a new Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania trailer, a new Guardians of the Galaxy 3 trailer. But just starting with the new Loki Season 2 footage, the big thing here is that they want to show you what's happening at the beginning of Loki Season 2. This is Loki talking to Mobius inside one of their cafeterias that's designed like a classic automat, like a classic British automat, because everything in the TVA has this very particular design style that makes it look old-timey, even though technically nothing actually ages in the TVA because of the way that Kang controls the flow of time in there. In the scene, he's talking to Mobius about their current predicament. It's meant to be a parallel for their scenes during Season 1 in that version of the TVA's lunchroom where they worked through the problem of how to find Sylvie before they knew who or what Sylvie was. The next scene is of Loki in another new room in the TVA trying to explain something, being held at the mercy of some other attendant here or like some other receptionist. And it's just meant to be a funny scene of him getting exasperated with someone who's not listening to him. Like the assistant in someone's office who just forces you to wait for some important meeting you're there for. This scene of Loki with the severed head of the Timekeeper robot is with Mobius, the other TVA agents nearby, and they're just out of frame. This is one of the scenes they released in the D23 trailer but didn't allow online. In the scene, it's still early in the series when Loki's trying to re-explain everything that happened in Season 1 to Mobius, the other TVA agents, who are part of the new timeline created after He Who Remains Kang was killed by Sylvie in the timeline rebooted. None of them have memories of what happened during Season 1, except for Ravonna Renslayer. She's not here in any of this footage. She escaped during Season 1, but she will be back during Season 2. And the scene is meant to play out like a faster version of the big Timekeeper's Kang reveal during Season 1. Where Loki uses one of the quantum energy batons they use to prune things to destroy this wall mural depicting the Timekeepers holding the sacred timeline like it's a mural version of the video that he had to watch at the beginning of Season 1. He destroys the outer mural here to reveal another giant golden statue behind it, kind of like the statues of the Timekeepers above Ravonna Renslayer and her judge's desk, only a giant golden one revealed by him destroying this wall. And it's supposed to be the Kang the Conqueror that's meant to be ruling over this version of the TVA in the new rebooted timeline. You notice he looks a little bit different from the variant of Kang the Conqueror that we see in Ant-Man and the Wasp. Like, he doesn't have the scars, his haircut is very different, so I think it's meant to be a different Kang variant. And Loki's trying to prove that what he's been yelling about with the Kang variants, the Kang Multiverse War, is true, because at first nobody believes him, they just think that he's crazy. But part of the idea during Loki Season 2 is that when Sylvie sends him back to the timeline that has rebooted the TVA, this Kang is currently winning the Kang Multiverse War, created the TVA, but he's mysteriously missing from the TVA. In the same way that during Season 1, you didn't really see He Who Remains until the end of the season, even though his presence was felt everywhere. I think the idea they're implying with this new Kang variant during Loki Season 2 is that the Kang Multiverse War has been raging again with the Council of Kangs fighting each other, and separately, infinite other rogue variants of Kang are fighting everyone for supremacy all on top of that. And the variant of Kang that was running the TVA here is busy with that, like he's fighting the Kang Multiverse War, so he's not around for minor day-to-day stuff, leaving the TVA agents like Mobius, Hunter B-15, everyone else, to figure out what they're supposed to be doing all the time. That's one of the reasons why they were yelling at the end of season 1, like, everything's crazy, what are we supposed to be working on? He hasn't told us. Because he's not around, he's busy fighting the Kang Multiverse War. But while there's a larger mystery about the Kang Multiverse War and the Kang variances going on, the TVA agents, all these people are still doing their regular day-to-day missions. They're still going around pruning dangerous variants and Nexus events, like Mobius and the TVA are still doing what they would normally be doing every day. That's one of the reasons why they get involved in the plot of Deadpool 3, because Deadpool and Wolverine wind up running afoul of Mobius, the TVA, in Miss Minutes. I've been talking about Deadpool 3 being like them doing a version of Deadpool Kills the Fox Marvel Universe, with him messing up the Fox timeline because of all the time traveling he's doing. That's what would put him on Mobius in the TVA shit list. They're going to be shooting Deadpool 3 for most of this year, so we'll get some more footage of that pretty soon. This scene of Loki using his magic to fight people is him just fighting other TVA agents using one of those same batons, but he's also using his magic, that's why you see the green flash. As you can see, the building behind them is meant to be similar architecture from the TVA. This is just happening in one of the other new TVA buildings. The next much bigger scene is in the back alley of a special theater where they've come to stop a new Nexus event involving the Zaniac character from Marvel Comics. I've already done a longer video about this because we saw a bunch of footage from this, and there's a whole bunch of Easter eggs for all the fake movies inside the Marvel Universe. But the reason why they're dressed in tuxedos that look like that, all old-timey, is because this is taking place in the 1970s London. Like, they actually go back in time to stop the Nexus event. And it's at this movie premiere at this London theater. And in the scene, you probably recognize Loki is using the same magic trick that he used in the first Avengers movie to duplicate himself with illusions. And Mobius is just making fun of him, like, isn't this a bit much? You're being a bit showy. Even though that's totally Loki's style to be super showy and over the top. Because the movie that's premiering here is the Zaniac movie, which itself is a comic book character. So it's like a reference within a reference within a reference. So it's a very meta episode because Zaniac himself is sort of like a parody on comic book characters inside the MCU. And at this particular movie theater, there's a bunch of those fake in-universe MCU movies that themselves are references to other real-life Marvel movies. I'll post a link in the description for my other longer video on that because there are a lot of Easter eggs in different parts of the scene that they didn't include in the trailer. Like Kingo's original movie is also playing at this movie theater because this is in the 1970s. Then they're in another new room revealing that Quan from Everything Everywhere All at Once is playing a brand new character. They actually brought him on stage during the D23 presentation, like, guess who we got? They said that he's playing a TVA archivist, and the room they're in just seems like an archives room where they store really dangerous or really important items that they don't just outright destroy or send to the trash planet. And Loki makes an Everything Everywhere All at Once reference. He says, this is about everything during this scene while they cut this in the trailer. And in the last scene, he's falling between buildings inside the TVA, screaming the whole way down, like business as usual for Loki, same as it ever was. Seems like a disaster that he's totally failing at, but somehow manages to pull off a win. The new Secret Invasion trailer footage is of Emilia Clarke's character talking to Nick Fury about this evil faction of Skrulls, which they also show separately. Say that this is just the beginning, like they're uncovering this big conspiracy that this evil faction of Skrulls is trying to pull off, trying to take over Earth, just like comic book Secret Invasion. There are rumors now that she's actually playing Talos' daughter, and that's her connection to Nick Fury and Talos, like why Talos would get involved. We also see the footage of Everett Ross helping Nick Fury, but he's sneaking around because now he's a fugitive from the law because Okoye broke him out of federal custody at the end of the Black Panther Wakanda Forever movie, which they also show footage of during this trailer. The whole idea during that movie is that Everett Ross was trying to help the Wakandans, and Val wanted to arrest him because they're setting her up as this bigger villain, like a dark version of Nick Fury, who is now in charge of the CIA and using that power to just go rampant. That's part of a larger plot that's going to culminate in the Thunderbolts movie, in Captain America 4 New World Order with Red Hulk. It sounds like they're actually going to introduce a version of the Sentry in the Thunderbolts movie, or maybe even Squadron Supreme. And now that Henry Cavill is totally available, like he got fired as Superman, he's totally available to play a Marvel character. I don't actually think that he's going to wind up playing a dark version of Superman in a Marvel movie like Hyperion or even the Sentry. If he does show up in a Marvel movie, he probably plays somebody completely different. There have been a lot of questions about who Emilia Clarke is playing. There have been a couple big theories, so we'll wait for more trailer footage. Maybe we'll get some more clues about that. I've heard that she's both playing one of the Skrulls, like she's playing Talos' daughter. I've also heard that she's playing a version of Abigail Brand, completely different character, but part of S.W.O.R.D. in the comics. Hopefully the next trailer will just clarify some of that. There is some new Mandalorian Season 3 trailer footage in here. I've already done a couple separate videos about that. That series will be the next one to air episodes starting at the very beginning of March. I don't expect a new trailer for that at the Super Bowl, but we might get some new footage next week or in the next couple of weeks, just because it's so close. Congratulations, Rablack, you're the giveaway winner for my last big Marvel video. Please email me on the About page of my channel so I can get your contact details. And yes, we will see a bunch of different types of variants of Kang, some of them worse than others, some of them genuinely good, wanting to help them. I'll talk more about all the different Kang variants, the Council of Kangs, in my future Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania and Loki Season 2 videos. We're supposed to see multiple different variants of Kang during Loki Season 2. Everyone click here for my new Quantumania video to watch Kang start the Multiverse War. That's right, he's the one that started the Multiverse War. And click here for that Black Panther Wakanda Forever deleted scene with more Secret Invasion, Easter eggs, and connections. Thank you so much for watching, everyone stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.